everyone, it's Karen Jones from Secrets in Living Lightly, and this week I want to share with you the power of one. I've had a couple of presentations this week where the questions and the time afterwards, people have come up and they're really feeling like, well, what difference do they as one individual make? And every individual makes such a difference. And a really good example, and for those of you who are observant, I've got power lines in the background here, and I'm standing in the middle of a Box Ironbark National Park. That is so important ecologically, and yet to have power going to people's homes, we've got these power lines carved right through the middle, and you can see that they're having to cut the trees down so they don't go into the power lines. So when I say the power of one, I really do want to look at the power of people who have chosen green power. Green power really is a term for energy that's supplied through renewable resources, so things like your solar, your wind, your thermal, you've also got hot rocks in some places like New Zealand and outback New South Wales. You've also got hydro. Personally, I don't think hydro is the best green power option, but it is more environmentally friendly than the brown coal that is what is supplied along these electricity lines. And with green power, there's one organisation especially that has reached 500,000 customers, 500,000 individuals who have wanted to do something for the planet and said, I want the energy to my house, my business, the energy that offsets my travel, all to come from green power. And this company is Origin Energy. And Origin as an organisation walks the talk. They definitely have reduced their own energy emissions. They're accredited for their green credentials. They look at their fleet management, their paper consumption, their energy in their own buildings, and they are putting their money where their mouth is. But they also decided with their green power, it's not just about supplying it, it's about looking to the future. And I chose to go with Origin myself and for my business because they especially for me, look at research. And many of you may have read in the papers that Australia 10-15 years ago had really good engineers and scientists working on solar power, but now they've all gone over to China or India or Germany. Israel's another country where they've gone, and some to America, and our research is almost falling behind. So if I can support through my investment of green power a company that is supporting scientists and researchers to reinvigorate the solar, the wind, the biomass types of green energy, then that really is paying it forward, where my dollar is actually giving twice. It's giving the service I need, but it's supporting a company who's then supporting the green movement. I also went with Origin because they've looked at it holistically. They've looked at the big picture. They also support community groups, some of the offset tree planting to absorb the carbon out of the air. Landcare's an organisation. When they hit the 500,000 subscribers to green energy through Origin, they actually have committed to helping restore 500,000 hectares of land in our Great Barrier Reef. So again, and that was their way of celebration, they're looking at the bigger picture and they're acknowledging, and it's almost like 3 times now my money has gone forward. So I feel really warm and fuzzy inside that I get green power, and I went the wind solar because that's where I want the research to continue. But I'm helping the Great Barrier Reef, and I'm helping scientists and researchers, all just by choosing green power for my home. So to all of you who are feeling like, how can one individual make a difference? You can. And Origin is just one example where 500,000 individuals have made a difference, and together that's a huge selling point. It's no longer the fringe green, what does it all mean? It's mainstream. 500,000 people are now showing commitment to green power. Look, let's aim for 1 million. Let's really help them. And Origin's just one of many companies doing green power. So if you feel like the power of one has no power, you do. Every single person has the power, and it's when you step up into your shoes and your commitment, you will have the power. If you're not already on green power, check it out, really commit to it, set yourself a goal. By the end of the next 30 days you'll be switched on to green power. Do the research on what suits you and really make a difference. So thank you for joining us this week, and until our next tip, enjoy living lightly.